I just finished bleeding the brakes on the Super 10 Ray, and they appear to be working. And I'm just going to take it for a spin. I also stabilized the rear view camera a bit, so I want to see what happens. It is boiling out, but it's a lot better than this evening. Okay, so this bike is doing just a little bit better now. Man, the rear brake before was just dead. By the way, I've never had this happen on a motorcycle, and I wonder what the hell caused it. Okay, I replaced the fluid both front and rear. I just kind of bled it out on both calipers at the front, bled the rear, and then I cycled the ABS. That's something I've never had to do. This is a better road. It's nice and smooth, but I'm gonna go this way. So the brakes are doing pretty well. 25 miles an hour. I'm not going that fast, but that looks like a cop car, but it's really a poser. Only a true poser would do that to a car. It's a Dodge Charger, but he's got that stupid light. Well, now I'm missing one bike, one KLR 650. A couple of people wanted to buy my Honda Elite, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to sell it just yet. I might keep it for a little bit and just ride it, but then again, it is the buying season for people. Oh man, this freaking sun. As I expected, there's been a lot of deaths involving motorcyclists, and I did predict this. I did see people dying, but I guess I didn't realize it was going to be like 2 per week. Look at this guy straddling the yellow. What are you doing, buddy? Idiot. I mean, he sees me coming and he's like over the double yellow. I mean, he scooted over, but I mean, really, are you not paying attention at all? It was a BMW, so yeah, my brakes work. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw a lot of this coming. Unfortunately, because of COVID, there's going to be a lot to play. A lot of people that wouldn't die have died. I think people have gone cabin stir fever crazy, if that makes any sense. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be coming up about the virus. You know, there's variants now, but I was listening to Brett Weinstein on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he brought whoa, see how dangerous that is. He basically was talking to Rogan about how there's a lot of things that it appears that Fauci and the people involved with the virus, the WHO, have been covering up for China. And I think that's going to be, this is my conspiracy theory. I think China is so involved with this. They're paying our government, the United States, so much money to hide this. The fact that it was made in the lab. I think most people now are going towards the lab leak hypothesis. And Brett Weinstein of the Dark Horde podcast, he was talking about this before anybody. And this guy's got a very good record of being right. So now we kind of like are steering towards that it was a lab leak and man-made, and China covered it up. I think because we all listened to the authorities, and the authorities with marketing made everybody seem like they were conspiracy theorists and nuts. They had the opportunity to hide their tracks. China, that is. You know, not the Chinese people. I think there's a lot of this kind of like Chinese hate going around, but that's by stupid people. Stupid people are going out and assaulting Asians as if like they had anything to do with this virus. This virus was made by certain people, and I think Fauci has a big part to do with this. That guy single-handedly gave tons of money to this gain of function research, and they gave money to this lab in Wuhan, And this lab in Wuhan had so many things going with it. Ooh, grass clippings. They had so many issues with it, so they just gave them money because they wanted to push this gain of function research. And now it's all coming out, and Fauci has been hiding. I mean, the fact that he thinks he's elevating above the rest of us, that we can't criticize him. He's like saying, oh, by criticizing me, it's criticizing science. Oh, what is he, a god? And by the way, a friend of mine was right. Like, I should have taken the damn vaccine. I mean, the potential long-term side effects are insane, and quite frankly, made by what? These idiots that want to get rich. And by the way, if there's something that happens to you 10 years from now, you can't hold the company, Pfizer, Johnson, liable. Can you imagine they rushed out this product and you could have side effects? There's a apparently it's something that cuts circulation to your brain. And like, if they were explaining it, like this virus, this vaccine does weird things. That's why some people have not recovered from this, and I don't think a lot of these people are going to recover. That's the sad part. So Brett Weinstein was talking about a particular drug called ivermectin. I forget the name, but apparently that's way better than the vaccine. So they have this wonder drug, by chance it's a very inexpensive drug to manufacture. So they decided to keep pushing the vaccines because guess what? Fauci is in charge of the vaccine, so he wants a vaccine. So they spent all this money on the vaccines while they had this drug that has such a high degree of curing patients, and doctors have been prescribing it to all of these COVID patients without like the WHO recommendations, and they've been saving people. And then to make matters worse, Fauci and his henchmen have given $1 billion to research a new drug that will take care of COVID, while they have this drug, ivermectin or whatever it is, available. It's bonkers. And you know why? Because they want to make money. It's about giving companies money to make a drug and just milk us. They're trying to milk us. Oh man, that podcast, if this is indeed true, I have lost all faith in the government and social media companies like Facebook, YouTube. These people were stopping doctors from talking about this. They deleted accounts, they removed accounts of like Senate testimonies. Just incredible. Like, you know what happened? They had a narrative. They decided to go with Fauci and his henchmen and the WHO, and any deviation from that was considered wrong and deceitful and fake news. But now we know better. Now we know better not to trust the government. And like a friend of mine told me, why did I trust them with the vaccine when we don't even trust our own government to patch the holes on the road? They're completely incompetent, these people. Why am I trusting them with my life? Hey, yellow. Yeah, why am I trusting these people with my life? It's just crazy that I fell for the marketing. You know, you ride through DC, there's buses advertising, get the vaccine. And I kind of understand that. Like, we all have to get vaccinated to, you know, get the herd immunity. But this could have been quenched months ago with this drug that they already had. Isn't that crazy? Now they're going to develop and waste everybody's money to get something that works exactly like the drug that we already have. Now that is bonkers. So it's so funny because we trust science, right? I'm a guy that trusts science. You know, I don't believe the flat world theory because I side with science. And with this, I'm like thinking, who are these scientists who are easily manipulated into following this directive? Oh man, it's just insane. Please listen to that Joe Rogan podcast. This makes me sound like a lunatic, a conspiracy theorist. You know, I think as far as the left-wing people, the first person to really come out was Jon Stewart. And I think it's funny that we needed this comedian to talk about it. But I think the United States government decided to get in bed with China to cover up. I think that's really what happened. And I think Fauci, he's going to be known in the future as a traitor. So no more conspiracy for me. I'm extremely pissed off about this COVID thing, but and all the people that died that could have been easily given this drug, if that is the case, man, this Fauci. And you know, the disgusting thing that I don't like is the people in this area, mostly the richest, most uptight area, Chevy Chase, Tacoma Park. These douche nozzles have a sign saying, "Thank you, Dr. Fauci." I remember actually going around because I was searching for Trump signs in DC, and I found these signs. I was just, it's burned into my head, these people's disgusting yard signs. Thanks for riding with me. That was a quick ride. I like that my brakes are bled. That's always good. Another thing that I need to do that I forgot to do is the clutch fluid. So I'll be doing that today, probably. I think it's the same sort of system. You just bleed it at the slave. So master, slave, master, slave. I wonder when they're going to try and replace that master slave thing for mechanics too. Very odd. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.
It's a hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away all he's got and all he's ever gonna have.
Yeah. Well, I guess they had it coming.
We all have it coming, kid.
Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.